If you're thinking about becoming a tattoo artist, then this video is exactly what you need. Today, I'm going to tell you how you can go from an absolute beginner to a professional tattoo artist with everything I've learned myself or picked up from others along the way. The first and actually most important thing is this. You have to be absolutely sure that this is what you really want. Learning to tattoo takes time, a lot of time, and energy, and sometimes even nerves. What you definitely need to bring to the table is a love for drawing, whether it's on paper or on the iPad. If you enjoy drawing, that's a huge plus. Of course, tattooing is also a craft that can be learned technically, but without creative passion, it's going to be tough. Sure, you won't feel like drawing every day. That's normal. But if you constantly have to force yourself to draw or practice, then maybe this path just isn't for you. And that's totally okay. The important thing is to be honest with yourself. In the beginning, fake skin is your best friend at this stage. With it, you can learn how the machine behaves, how to pull clean lines, how pressure works, all without risking anything on a real person. Try to practice under realistic conditions too, with time pressure, awkward positions, or longer sessions. The more real your training feels, the better prepared you'll be. You don't have to know everything right away, but you should be curious and really dig into it. Anyone who wants to work professionally has to think professionally. Once you reach the point where you want to apply to a studio, you'll need a portfolio. And here, it's all about quality over quantity. Pick a style you're good at and enjoy doing, and stick with it. It's better to show 10 really strong pieces in that style than 30 mixed ones with only a few good ones. Depending on where you live, you might need specific training or certifications. In many countries or states, you have to register with the health department or take hygiene courses. And honestly, hygiene is not optional. You're working with people with blood, with open wounds. If you don't take that seriously, you have no business in this job. In the best case, you'll find a studio that takes you under its wing. An apprenticeship is worth its weight in gold because you'll learn everything you need. Dealing with clients, hygiene, workflows, and you can watch experienced artists work. That helps more than any theory. To show you that the path to success can be unpleasant and difficult, but that you can still do it, I would like to tell you 2 real-life stories. My sister Maui is honestly one of the best examples I know of what passion and perseverance can lead to. Before she ever picked up a tattoo machine, she actually worked as a media designer. But deep down, she felt like something was missing. She wanted to do something different, something that was truly hers. So she started applying for tattoo apprenticeships, but it was incredibly hard to get accepted anywhere. In the end, she found just one spot. Unfortunately, the tattoo studio was 5 hours away by train, so she had to move. It was far from easy. The first few years were really tough. She told me that during her first year as an apprentice, she earned almost nothing. The deal was, they'd teach her how to tattoo, and in return, she'd work for them. She sacrificed a lot for this dream. She had to live super frugally just to make it through. But she didn't give up, even when things got really hard and she was at her limit. After finishing her apprenticeship, she started working at another studio. And by then, she had gotten so good that suddenly she had options. Several studios wanted her. A few years later, she launched her own thing, her own tattoo studio. And today, Maui is one of the best tattoo artists I know. Not just insanely skilled, but also full of heart and passion. Here are some of her works, and honestly, I think they speak for themselves. Nadja was one of those people who just wouldn't give up. Before she came to our studio, she had applied to around 50 studios, and still, she didn't quit. When she showed up at our place, I was already co-owner of the studio and had a say in who joined the team, and Nadja impressed me right away. Not because she had the most amazing drawings. Honestly, there was still room for improvement technically, but what she had was passion. Her portfolio was full, like really full. Hundreds of drawings. You could immediately see how much she cared, how much time and heart she had put into it, and that was the deciding factor for me. You can't fake that kind of energy. Almost 8 years have passed since then, and guess what? That passion is still there. She still draws every single day, not because she has to, but because she loves it. Today, she is one of the best neo-traditional artists I know. And here too, the pictures speak for themselves, each one drawn by herself. I'm fully aware that women in this industry are often confronted with sexism. Honestly, I sometimes feel ashamed of the people who work in this field. I've heard many stories from women who walked into a studio only to realize that the real intention was to get them into bed. As a man, you'll likely never experience anything like that. But for many women, it's a daily reality. And to all the men out there, if you witness a woman being sexualized or harassed, speak up and say something. Looking the other way makes you complicit. This is my personal opinion. I don't have any advice or solutions to offer because this kind of behavior is simply disgusting and has no place in our society. I completely understand any woman who feels hopeless after going through such experiences. If you're a successful tattoo artist or an apprentice working in a studio, please share your story in the comments to motivate and inspire others not to give up and keep going. The more stories, the better. Please take time for those who haven't made it yet, and maybe someone will find inspiration in your words. And if you're looking for an apprenticeship, share your challenges in the comments. Maybe the community can support each other. Who knows? You might even find an opportunity or helpful tips that could change your life. And if you can't find a studio, don't panic. That's when it's time for Plan B. Get so good, they can't ignore you. It's not an easy path. You have to teach yourself everything, keep yourself motivated, recognize your own mistakes and correct them, but it is doable. Especially today with YouTube, Discord communities, online courses, and social media. There are so many ways to keep learning, you just have to use them. Start documenting your journey as early as possible, whether on Instagram, TikTok, or elsewhere. Share your drawings, your progress on fake skin, your development, not to show off, but to be visible. Studios look at this kind of stuff. And when they see that you're consistent, improving, and working with passion, that makes an impression. Maybe that's how you'll find your way in. What you'll definitely need is mental strength. There will be days when you think, I can't do this. You'll make mistakes, you'll get criticism, and sometimes it will hurt. But that's all part of it. Not every comment is hate. Sometimes criticism is exactly what helps you grow. You have to learn to deal with it, learn from it, and do better next time. But it's one of the most amazing things you can do if you truly love it. So, stay curious, practice regularly, show yourself. And most of all, give yourself time. You won't become a pro overnight, but with dedication, patience, and ambition, you'll get there step by step. If you have questions or want to share your own story, drop it in the comments. And if you want more content like this, hit subscribe, give the video a like, and I'll see you next time